Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this very short and sweet Google Digital Garage training session. Hope you're all well. My name is Kirsty. I'm a trainer for Google's free skills training program, Google Digital Garage. I've been working in this industry now for around 6-7 years, and I'm really excited to be with you today and going through engaging customers with newsletters. And like I said, it is going to be short, it's going to be sweet, and we're going to split this session into two core areas, but I'm going to cover that in a second because I also want to let you know I'm not up here alone. In the chat, you might have already seen a hello from our wonderful moderator, Emma. So she's there saying good morning. So please do go into that chat, say good morning, let us know who you are, where you're signing in from, and what's your business. What business are you looking to engage customers with newsletters? We'd love to know. So like I said, we're going to split up today into two core areas. The first one, thinking about understanding what's the benefits behind these newsletters? What's the benefits of actually connecting with our customers in their inbox with those emails? And what value do we as businesses get from having this regular newsletter update that really connects with our audience? And then part two, we're going to walk through actually how to craft. I've got some tips for you, how to start crafting an effective newsletter, a newsletter that really is going to land in those inboxes, connect with your audience, and they're going to go, you know what? Yes, that is the business for me. That's the product for me. That's the service for me. And I want to know more. Little bit of housekeeping before I do jump into part one. If you do have any trouble at any point kind of hearing or seeing the webinar, please do try refreshing your browser. Hopefully that's going to help. We also do have closed captions active right now. So if you need the captions, hover over that YouTube screen where the video is playing, and you should see a little symbol in the bottom right that says CC, where you can turn those captions on and off. Finally as well, and I'm sure Emma can grab you the link, I want to make sure I let you know if you are based in the UK and you are a small business owner working for a charity, a sole trader, business idea, and you're looking to really just plow deeper into some of these digital skills, we're offering one-to-one mentoring for UK businesses and charity owners or people working for businesses and charities in the UK. That link is g.co/UK mentoring, and I'm pretty sure Emma can grab that for you and stick it in the chat. So let's get down to it, shall we? Part one, understanding the benefits. What's the value of sending a newsletter? What value do we get as a business? And actually, before I go to the next slide with a bit of a statistic behind this, tell me in the chat, what value do you think we get from sending newsletters as a business? What value can it bring to us? And while I'm waiting for a couple of those answers, I'm going to say hello. So we've got Luca from Zimbabwe. Wow, a support engineer. We've got Maria in Wolverhampton looking for ways of best practice. Amazing. Welcome, Maria. And hopefully, yeah, we really can cover some of those best practices for creating. We've got Brana there from Sweden. I don't have a business, but I'm here to learn more. Welcome to you as well. So tell me in the chat, what's the value that we bring to our business from having a newsletter? Maria, brand awareness, product awareness, absolutely. We can use our newsletters for letting people know what we're doing as a business, what we're doing as a brand, what we stand for, what's going on with new products, or maybe we've revamped existing services that we want to let people know about. Yes, spot on. Absolutely spot on, Maria. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? What else have we got? Anyone? Luca, Borana? Any of you got any ideas? There you go. I can see Luca's got an idea there. The newsletter will let your customers and potential customers know about your business. Yes, Luca, exactly. And that really relates to what Maria said as well, right? With that brand awareness, we can start to give them a little bit of the behind the scenes, a little bit of this is what we're about, this is what we're doing today. And yeah, we can really start to share some of our personality there as well. Amazing. Some really great answers coming through. And if you do have any more answers, keep them coming and I can come back to them in a second. And I'm sure Emma would like to read some of those answers as well. So we start to recognize there is definitely some value when it comes to email marketing and sending out those newsletters. And some statistics, one of the primary reasons to use email marketing or newsletters is how cost effective it is. In 2021, there was a study that showed that the average return on investment for email marketing was a 3,600% return. So that means if we break that figure down, if we break 3,600% return on investment down, for every £1 spent on email marketing or newsletters, a business could potentially get back the return of £36 in sales or revenue. So every £1 spent, we could get back £36 in revenue or sales. I let that land for a moment because that's an incredible amount, a 3,600% return. So one of our primary reasons that if we're doing email marketing well, we are going to talk a little bit about the kind of best practices around newsletters and why we might use them, we can start to really make sure we're using that in a cost-effective way for our organizations. So to recap, before we move into the kind of second half of today's session, some of those benefits of email marketing. A newsletter, like I said, can be a real cost-effective way to not only stay in touch with our customers, but like some of you said in the chat, start to build that brand awareness, that kind of rapport, let people know about our new products and services. But the great thing about newsletters is that we're talking to people who have opted in. They've ticked, yes, I want to hear from you as a business. And that is really important that you know that. So to send newsletters or emails to an audience member, they have to have the option to opt in. They have to have said it's permission-based marketing. So they have to have said, yes, I would like to hear some email news from you in the future. And additionally to that, it's really important that we give them the option at the bottom of each of our newsletters to unsubscribe in the future when those emails no longer become relevant to those potential customers. But because they've had that opt-in choice, it means that they're already interested in some way or another in what your business is offering. So what we can start to think about is, okay, these people that have said yes to our newsletters, how can we utilize them to boost our sales, to boost our bookings, boost leads into our business? And there's a couple of different benefits that we can start to think about there. First of all, how can we attract customers with our insights, with these unique insights that we're gathering up and putting out there in our newsletters? So we can start to think about things like including articles or blogs in our newsletters that starts to showcase that we are industry experts here. We understand what we're talking about within the industry that your business sits. Maybe you could provide tutorials on how to use your products, testimonials on how previous customers have achieved their goals with your services. So really starting to showcase in these newsletters how people can overcome barriers by using your service or using your product. The next thing to start thinking about, and some of the benefits around email newsletters, they're usually mobile friendly. And if I said to all of you right now in this room, tell you what, I want you to grab your phones. I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. And in 5 seconds, I would like you to find your phone and put it in the air. Now, if we were in the same room as each other and I said that to you and I counted 5, 4, 3, I can guarantee that there might be one of you still rooting around looking for your phone. But the majority of you would be able to find your phone instantly without probably even looking down, just know where it is. I mean, I can literally reach and find my phone, right? And I'm sure it's the same for many of you. Maybe you're even watching this video right now on your mobile device. So the fact that newsletters are mobile friendly, that means that people can browse and really start to read what we're about as an organization while they're on the go, while they're traveling on a train or a bus, maybe while they're sort of having a coffee break, wherever they are, they can start to really reach that. And finally, we can use that email marketing to improve things like our social content, our SEO, our search engine optimization. It's a really great way to drive people through to these different areas of our online presence that we have as a business. We can include these call to action buttons to show people what we want them to do. Go to our social, follow us, go to our website and read this blog post in its entirety. So you can really start to push them towards those next steps of action when it comes to our business. We've got about 5 minutes left together, and the second part of this presentation is starting to think of those best practices when it comes to creating an effective newsletter. Step 1, have a goal. Really, really important that you keep your customers not only updated on promotions, business updates, and that kind of touch point conversation, behind the scenes updates, professionalism, but the goal is that we want them to follow through to something. Do we want them to make a purchase? Do we want them to make a booking? Do we want them to go through to our blog and read that? What's the actionable thing you want each of your customers to do at the end of each newsletter? So that's really, really important. Step 1, before you start crafting that content for your newsletters, define your goal. Then start to break that down into smaller pieces. Start to think about, okay, what's the core and most actionable thing from this goal that we know we want to create? So if we want to advertise something we're promoting, think about, okay, our goal, we want them to purchase this new product. So the action we want them to take in the email, which is that include a call to action, is click here to view this product or go to our shop. We want them to go through to the website and then see that product page and make a purchase. So start to think about, how do we find our overall goal, break that down into a specific action, and then create that call to action within the newsletter for our organization. The next thing to think about, start with a catchy title. That subject line, really, really important. Make sure it's not too clickbaity, it's not boring. Think about how you can craft it so it's hitting that sweet spot for your audience. So you can see here, we want to start with our reader in mind. So what's the interest of your reader in your business? For this example, new spring hairstyles. So, okay, yeah, I'm interested in that if I was subscribing to this particular newsletter. Then we want to make sure that within that subject line, we're using action words. We're using that active voice. So get, go and get it, get a fresh do. And then finally, in that subject line, we want to make sure we highlight that key content. We're running a promotion, we've got a business update, whatever it is. So in this case, at 20% off, we've got a promotion happening. So we're including those 3 core elements to our title. The next thing to think about in the newsletter itself, we're busy. Our attention spans are short, right? We get so many emails in our inboxes. We want to make sure we include images, graphics, eye-catching things, maybe infographics showing some data or concepts in a different way that's going to really land with your audience. So we want to make it as visual as we possibly can to support that text in the newsletter with that big call to action button, get the app now. So our readers are really, really focused on what they've got in front of them. And finally, we want to make sure we have that call to action. I've already mentioned this, but it's really crucial that we guide our users to take action, to do something once they've read the newsletter or seen the newsletter. That might be that they want to make a booking, they want to redeem the voucher that you're offering them, or they want to go and read your blog. It doesn't have to be a sale, but is there an action that you're showcasing for them to take? And that's bringing us to the end of our session. So I want to wrap up with a couple of tools that you can potentially start to use to really make your email newsletters pop and connect. So the first one is Canva. If you've not used canva.com, there is so many templates that you can choose from. Also, there's loads of graphics and images that you can really start to use to craft something that's user-friendly and reader-friendly for your newsletter. Then we have Substack.com in the middle there, which is an online platform that gives you publishing, payment, analytics, design infrastructure to really help you give you support in that kind of subscription newsletter field. And finally, you've also got access to tools like MailChimp, which can help you both design and send your newsletter to a subscriber list. So there's a couple of tools there to help you get started, and I'm just going to pop those in the chat for you. So to wrap up the session, over to you. In the chat, I'm going to say bye, but in the chat, please let us know, is there a specific call to action that you think you could include in your newsletter for your organisation and your customers? And I can't wait to read some of those in a second. But other than that, we are out of time. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I look forward to seeing you and engaging with you in many more Google Digital Garage training sessions in the future. Thank you very much and have a great day.